Good morning everyone, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. As you guys know, this is basically where I just show you exactly what I'm eating throughout the whole day from morning through to night, and hopefully it can just give you a little bit of inspo if you're trying to eat a little bit healthier, whether you're plant-based or not. It's always great to incorporate a few meat-free dishes, so everything that I'm going to be eating today is plant-based. But yeah, this morning I have decided to have some rye bread with avocado, like classic. Can't go wrong with avo on toast. I'm not going to show you exactly how to make it because it is so simple. I've literally got some rye bread here, some avocado that is nice and ripe. I'm also going to have some hummus on it and a little bit of watercress topped with coriander, and that is it. I love breakfast. I'm just going to have some soup. It has got so cold. I've been shivering. I'm working from home most of the day and literally just been so cold. So all I fancy is some soup, and luckily yesterday I made some amazing soup. It's from my book actually. It's just the Farmhouse vegetable soup, and it's just one of those real hearty, comforting soups, and it's full of so many veggies, so it's so good for you. And I am doing a spin class at about 6:40 tonight, so it's good to get all of those carbs from like the potatoes and everything to give me energy. So I just put it in this Tupperware dish thing to keep it nice and fresh. Doesn't look the most appetizing, but honestly it's so delicious. This is it here. It's just the Farmhouse veggie soup. So many veggies, like I said. So I'm just going to heat some of that up in here and add some water to it because most of the water evaporated. So I'm just going to bring that soup to the boil. And yeah, just basically heat it up, as simple as that. But yeah, when I do save soup, I always add a little bit more water just to stop the pan from burning as well at the bottom. So add more water than you would need and then just let it simmer for a little bit. But I'm also just keeping hydrated as much as I can today because I know that because I've got a spin class tonight, I sweat so much. So I just need to make sure that I'm hydrated beforehand. Normally I would do a spin class in the morning, like just work out in general in the morning, but I couldn't do it this morning. I didn't have enough time, so that's why I'm going tonight. But yeah, just keeping myself hydrated and also keeping very conscious of like what I'm eating to make sure it's the best thing to eat before a workout. I've actually just had the idea to sprinkle over some nutritional yeast. So if you don't know what nutritional yeast is, this is it. It comes in this little pot thing. It's vegan and it's a totally natural product, and they're almost like flakes, and they're really high in minerals and all kinds of vitamins, especially B12. So this one's actually fortified with B12, which is really important to have if you're on a vegetarian or vegan diet. You can also take it in vitamin form, but I just really love the taste of this. It's really great to make dairy-free cheeses with, so like blended with cashews and all kinds of stuff. It's just really nice, even sprinkled over pasta as a parmesan alternative. So good. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this over my soup. So here we have it, my Farmhouse vegetable soup. In here we have got potatoes, carrots, some mushrooms, celery, leeks, sweet corn. I've also stirred in some spinach. I also put in some cannellini beans, so I kind of adapted my recipe with whatever I had in my fridge yesterday, just kind of chucked everything in. I'm probably forgetting some other stuff as well. There's just like a million different stuff in here in terms of like easy to find vegetables, and it's so easy to make. Literally just put it all into a pan and simmer it. Oh, also pearl barley, so we do have a grain in there to make it really filling. So yeah, it's all like easy to find stuff, and you just simmer it. You don't use blender or anything because I like it chunky like this. Also, I've only got a massive serving spoon at the moment. Everything is in the dishwasher. it actually tastes even better the next day because it's had that time for the soup to just absorb all of those flavours from all of those vegetables, and all together it just tastes amazing. Broccoli as well. I knew there was something I was missing. There's also broccoli in here. So I've just popped out. I went to Planet Organic to get a smoothie. I've got my workout class in about an hour, so I just needed a bit of energy. But this is a green and lean smoothie, so it's got like banana, almond butter, spinach and coconut water. So yeah, I've actually never had almond butter in a green smoothie before, but it's actually pretty good. So I went to my spin class. It was really tough, actually, harder than I was expecting. It was just at Virgin Active Gym, so for some reason I didn't think it would be as hard as the actual spin gyms like Cycle and 110, but it was actually so good. So yeah, I'm back home, showered in my PJs, and it is time to cook dinner. I this afternoon was thinking about what I wanted for dinner, and I just really fancied a stir fry. You know when you just really want a stir fry? I don't know, always happens to me. But like a healthy one, full of veggies, even though I had loads at lunch, but you can never have too many. So I'm going to be making a stir fry using Soba Noodles, and these are made from brown rice and wakame. I've never had these before. I've had this brand before, it's called King Soba, but I've never had the brown rice and wakame noodles, so we'll see what they're like. They sound pretty good. I'm pretty sure wakame is like a type of seaweed. Yeah, it's a sea vegetable. And for a bit of protein in there, because I have done a spin class, I've got some tempeh as well. It's like an unprocessed version of tofu in a way. There's a lot more texture to it. It's like whole soybeans in there. It's fermented. It's really, really good for you. Super high in protein. Looks a bit strange, but I mean, especially when you see the back, it looks like brains or something. It's really weird. But it's good in stir fries when you can add a lot of flavour to it, because on its own it doesn't really taste of much. So we've got the noodles and the tempeh here. We're also going to add half a red onion, about 4 chestnut mushrooms, 1 red pepper, handful of Tenderstem broccoli, about a quarter or a half of this chilli deseeded, depending on how hot it is, and 1 garlic clove. We're also going to stir in some spinach and top it with some pine nuts. And for the sauce, we're using the juice of about half a lemon, some tamari, some tahini, and a splash of water to make like a real nice sauce. Oh, and some coriander. So I'm going to use about half of that pack and then just slice it into cubes. And I'm using my brand new Le Creuset pan. I've never used it, but it's non-stick, so I'm going to give this a go without any oil. I might actually add some coconut oil when I add the rest of the veggies, just to get them going a bit better, but for the tempeh, I'm just going to fry them off in here for a few minutes. And then for all of the veggies, I'm just going to slice everything. So I've just got some boiling water here, so I'm going to put the noodles straight in there. They just need to boil for about 5-6 minutes. And then I'll just drain them, rinse them with some cold water and set them aside. In the meantime, the tempeh is coming along nicely. It's looking nice and golden. I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil and then add the onions and garlic and chilli and then add the rest of the veggies. I actually realised I only needed about half of that red pepper, so I've just kept the slices. I'm going to put them into a little Tupperware container and then I can have them with hummus tomorrow as a little snack. Now I'm just going to get on and make the sauce while the veggies are frying and the noodles are nearly done. All I'm going to do in a bowl is whisk together with a fork 1 tablespoon of tamari, which is like a soy sauce, but it's much lower in gluten. Some of them are gluten-free. And then also 1 tablespoon of tahini. This is basically a sesame seed paste. And then the juice of half a lemon, or more, depending on how it tastes. And then about 2 tablespoons of water, just to make it a little bit more like whiskable. And then I'm just going to pour that into the pan when the veggies are nearly done and mix it in with the noodles and the spinach. So I've got the pine nuts toasting away here. Definitely want to keep an eye on them because they can burn really easily. The noodles are all cooked. I just rinsed them with some cold water, so I'm going to put them straight into the pan. We've also got that sauce that we just made, so I'm going to pour that in here. Give the pine nuts a shake and turn the heat down. And then also a handful of spinach. There we go. And you're just going to mix that all together. So there we have it, my tempeh and soba noodle stir fry with a ton of vegetables and topped with some fresh coriander and pine nuts. When I was craving a stir fry this afternoon, this is exactly what I wanted. This is hitting the spot. And it's Great British Bake Off tonight. It's literally my favourite night of the week. I am so excited. My perfect night in. So Bake Off is on now. I've paused it. And I don't know if you guys, if you watch Bake Off, when you watch it, just feel like you have to have something sweet. Even if it's just some dark chocolate, or you make, like, I don't know, anything. Cookies. I'm going in and actually making some muffins right now. Like, spontaneous muffin making. I haven't made these banana chocolate muffins in ages. They're super easy to make as well, and I have all... Oh, is this... One sec, sorry. My camera was loose and I'm actually holding a tripod right now, so sorry if it was like wobbling all over the place. That it's super easy to make and I have all of the ingredients, so I'm not going to show you how to make it step by step because I feel like I've just done that with my dinner. The recipe is actually in my book Eat Smart if you did want to see the whole recipe. It's just called the banana and chocolate chip muffins on page 200. I'll quickly just talk you through what I'm going to do. So we've got some spelt flour, a little bit of baking powder, some vanilla paste or vanilla extract, coconut sugar, almond milk, 3 bananas. Preferably you want these to be ripe, but I don't have a few days to wait for that, so I'm just going to have to make do with that. Some coconut oil, and then I don't have any dark chocolate chips, so I'm just going to roughly make my own with some random chocolate that I have lying around. And then all you do is, in a big bowl, mix together the dry ingredients, the flour, the baking powder and the coconut sugar, and then in a little pan you're going to melt the coconut oil, stir in the mashed bananas. We're going to mash these just with the back of a fork, stir that into the coconut oil, and the vanilla paste is going to go in there and the almond milk. And then you're going to combine that with the dry ingredients and then stir through the chocolate chips. And you bake them at about 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. So I've just got these out the oven. They're looking really, really good. I'm just gonna let them cool down before I eat them. So I've just got these out the oven. They're looking really good. I'm just going to let them cool down and then I can tuck into them. I am so excited to try one of these. I haven't made these in so long and they're one of my favourite recipes, so yeah, I can't wait to have one. So I'm just finishing off Bake Off and I'm gonna have one of these. Oh, I am so excited. Oh, the chocolate inside is all melted. Can you see all that steam coming off? They're still hot from the oven. So good. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to finish off watching Bake Off.
I do feel free, yeah, definitely.
My TV just turned on its own and it was so loud. Whew. So yeah, I'm going to... Apparently my TV's impatient. I'm going to get around watching Bake Off with my muffins. I am only going to have 2 absolute tops, but I think they're actually quite filling, so probably 1, and I'll save them. But yeah, this is the end of my What I Eat in a Day video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Found it interesting, learnt some new recipes or whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I shall see you very soon.